Yeah, that's it.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call meeting to order. Stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Motion to approve the minutes of the April 20th, 2017 Manistee Township Board meeting.
Motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for this board meeting.
Been moved, supported that the minutes of the April 20th, 2017 Manistee Township Board meeting be accepted for the file. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. None opposed? Carried. You received your treasurer's report.
Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
I'll second.
Been moved, supported that the treasurer's report be accepted for the file. Any discussions, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? You received your minutes from the planning commission. Any comments? Update, any dog guy? Okay.
I'll do that as part of my report.
Okay. There was no appeal?
No appeal.
Correspondence in your packet? Anyone with anything to bring before the board at this time? Ken, you're on the agenda.
Yep.
How about you two and the rest of the parties?
No.
Our commissioner isn't here. He did not give me any kind of a synopsis or anything, so.
It's too bad, I had questions.
Well, he may show up.
Maybe he's going to ask them anyway.
5 minutes after 7. Guy, zoning department, please.
No new complaints. The Wesco complaint about the light was corrected today.
Oh, good.
And
So
I've
we won't
confirmed
know
it.
till dark.
So I won't know until dark for sure, but the light's pointed down almost directly. I had 3 receipts for the month in the zoning office, one for a deck on a home on Bar Lake, one for a swimming pool in ground, and one for temporary fireworks permit for the summer. It's at that location next to the Napa store, just this side of the Napa store. It's an empty lot there.
Oh,
Planning Commission, yeah. We discussed the US 31 corridor plan that AES presented to us a couple weeks ago. Distributed US 31 access management, overlay zone, rewrite for their review next month. And also reviewed a preliminary site plan for Munson Medical Center. They're going to put up, or they intend to put up, a new office building between the hospital, emergency entrance, and what used to be Dr. Boutzer's office.
It's officers.
Kind of more to the south a little bit, you know. I didn't put the drawings on the wall here so everybody could see them, but,
it's behind, it's almost behind Butler's office, isn't it?
well, kind of, yeah. It's staggered in behind.
So it'd be in,
And then parking down below, kind of where the county drain is. Lower level behind the hospital to the south, towards the river. And the engineering firm is hoping to have the site plan finalized and in my hands so that it can be reviewed and possibly approved at the June meeting of the Planning Commission, June 1st. What else? they asked if I had asked the township board or informed the township board that they'd like money for the master plan, to rewrite the master plan, and I hadn't mentioned that last month, so. They're thinking, well, we have a quote for $6,000 from the planning, county planner, and they were thinking another $4,000 for meetings and maps and all the things that take place to.
But they felt
Publication.
they felt they could expedite that quicker than,
Then
Than the last
using
time?
an outside contractor, yeah, I don't know how long that took, do you? John?
5
A long time, a
years.
long time, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 4 years, something like that.
And then there was over 25,000 in it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that was a complete rewrite, right?
It was, yes.
Would this be dollars for this fiscal, or would that be starting July?
Starting July, yeah. The county planner couldn't start until fall anyway, according to his letter, so. It'd be for the, yeah, the next fiscal year, is that, what do we call that, 17, 18, or just 18?
17, 18.
Okay,
We're looking for 6 to 10,000.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which, compared to the last program, appears to be,
But compared to 6, it's quite a bit more.
what's that?
well, 6 for the planner alone,
Oh,
it's just for his services.
okay, I thought it was an estimate of 6.
No, it says the charge to amend the current plan is 3,000, the charge to rewrite it is 6. So then they're asking for another $4,000 for meetings.
For planning
et cetera.
commission.
Planning commission, yeah.
Printing.
Meetings, I think that's only 7 meetings of the planning commission, work sessions.
Okay, so then it goes from 6 and 3 is 9 plus 4?
No.
It's
No,
3
it
and 3
is
is
3
6.
to amend the current one.
the current plan. Or 6 to rewrite the current plan,
A whole new plan.
yeah, a whole new plan, plus 4,000 for meetings, irregardless of which they do.
Correct.
But the goal is to rewrite rather than amend, as I interpret what I read here.
Yes.
That's what the planning commission would prefer to do.
Rewriting.
Rewrite it.
Okay.
And the last time was in excess of $25,000, and I think took close to 6 years.
Yeah.
But that was starting with square one.
And how long do they think it might take to rewrite it this time?
Less than a year.
Okay.
I think it's great that that's it, that you guys want to keep it local. I think it's. Well, they know what's going on around here. Somebody down in Detroit doesn't know what's going on around here.
Right. Nothing else.
That's it? Any questions? Thank you, sir. Chuck's not here. He did send a, Tom, are you?
I have it here if you want me to read it.
Yeah, are you gonna read it in its entirety?
Well, it isn't that much. I'll wing it. We had total activities of 23. There was 5 fire-related fires, 14 medical runs, station training and other activities 4. Total complaint hours is 30.5. Officers in chief, 58 hours. They got the siren back up and working. We're gonna get, our new SCBA's are coming. They should be here the 3rd week of May. And we're also looking at replacing some more hose, some 2.5 hose that's dated 1978. That needs to go bye-bye. We completed the DOT inspection on 131. We have a leaking packing in the back by the pump, and we're in the process of getting that taken care of. We're still looking for new recruits. Anybody knows anybody that wants to spend some time with the fire department, either firefighter or EMR, get a hold of one of us. one new one tentatively coming in. One of the guys is also going to challenge the firefighter 1 test in June. On May the 19th and 20th, we have a mass casualty training at the airport. They're going to bring a plane in. It's a training thing where they set it on fire and we put it out. We're working on the budget for next year, or the new fiscal year budget. And the Little River Band of Indians are looking at we're going to do tower maintenance, our water tower maintenance on May the 15th. And it's going to last anywhere from 3 to 5 days. And there's no burning permits right now in the lower half of the state that I know of. So if you're in Manistee County and want to know about burning permits, it's 231-690-5329. And it's just for Manistee County.
Township.
Or Manistee Township, excuse me. There is a website here, www.state.mi.us/burn permits / and that will give you all of the counties that are either a yes or a no as far as burning. You'll see it on the screen. And that's it.
Any questions for Tom? On that website, or on the, whatever, 866 burn, when you call that, they tell you to call it here. We're not authorized to get burning permits.
That website is, I believe it's either the Forest Service or DNR, I'm not sure which one it is. But that's where you go, and each township, or each county will have you either say yes or no for burn, yes or no for burn.
Well, what we do, Tom, is if there's someone here, we suggest to them that they call Dan and ask him. Because
That's fine.
that involves calling central dispatch and everything like that, and our people are here.
Well, Central Dispatch don't know, and,
Hopefully we'll get a better system soon. But it's been a constant no burn, so. Any questions? Thanks, Tom.
Do we need a burning permit? You get on the water with your hose and that?
yes.
We do?
Campfire is not a burn permit.
If
Just so you know the difference.
If you have a ring,
If you have a ring.
if you have a ring and it's in the ring, you can burn.
Sound
And
good.
do those portable
It's a
fire,
matter of
they
definition.
count as well as just
Right.
the ring in the ground?
If it's in it, has a screen over it,
Who leaves it?
not to go burn leaves or along the fence line.
Construction materials and.
Yeah.
Neighbors.
Shingles.
Shingles. Yeah.
Liquor inspector, the Heatlands is up and running, and the lunch is soon to be, well, they are in operation, but we got the.
You're doing that right now. What's the possibilities of getting a liquor permit for, or not liquor, beer and wine for Bar Swamp?
For what?
Bar Swamp, Tiny Road. Are we allowed to do that, or?
You'll have to send to the state. 'Cause
It's
they're
a
the ones that issue the
residential
permits.
area, I doubt it.
It's a residential area, but have we ever looked into it? Could we get one there?
No, you'd have to call the state.
State?
Yeah. State liquor, and I can give you that number.
Okay.
Oaks Prison, I'm not sure when they had a meeting. Jeff again isn't here, so. On to business, new business, Mr. Cotton, you all right?
Evening. Sorry, it's one for each one. That's just the one for each.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yes, yes, I am. Technically, I'm counting it down, I think, but yeah.
He's Kenny though.
I'm technically Kenny, I think, at this point, yeah.
Through the old man.
Yeah.
Tell him Mr. Cox.
Good job.
Mr. Cott, Kenny,
Coach,
yeah, whichever. So, well, good evening. Thank you for allowing me to come present to the township again this year for our annual request for appropriations from the Manistee Recreation Association. I am Kenny Cott, the director of the MRA. Just to kind of give an overview of last year for us, as in 2016, it was actually a really great year for the MRA. Our overall participation went up from 777 people in 2015 to 826 people in 2016. Our total program registrations increased from 1,410 to 1,522. So it was one of the biggest jumps that we've seen in more recent years that I could track as far as our numbers go. So really good, and a lot of that comes down to we added a couple programs. We added a 3rd and 4th grade basketball program. It was really successful the first year we did it. A couple other teams to our traveling soccer leagues, our young kids, and just a couple little camps here and there. We did a Grand Valley soccer camp where their coach actually came up here and taught our high school kids for a week some soccer stuff. Pretty neat things that we're still looking to continue to do down the road. Locally here in Manistee Township, we helped to get pickleball going up here on the courts. We even painted those last year. To what I was told was very, very popular. I know every time, as soon as we put those courts in, which those people, the pickleball folks, I'm sure you talked to some of them, I think, about that, but very motivated, and it was really neat. They came in there and we had that done in a matter of hours. I mean, they were really on the ball, and it was kind of nice. So, but I know they've been using it a ton, and I'm really glad to see that still happening. I know they're about to get started up again too. I saw their newsletter. I talked with Dennis a little bit a couple months ago too. We want to host our soft soccer clinic that we do in the summer up here at the township field as well. It's just the kindergartners come in for 2 days, an hour each day on the weekend. We host a little soccer clinic. Usually do one outdoor in the summer, assuming we can get enough kids that want to do it. We did one in the winter and had about 17. So looking to do that here. Not officially. I was going to touch base with you this week.
Make sure the grass is cut.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that where the guy from England comes in and does the...
Nope, that's the British soccer camp they do. That's a week-long
That's a good
one
camp.
we do at the high school. Yeah, that's pretty popular. We get 50, 60, 70 kids that come to that. They bring in coaches from the UK and actually England to fly them in here, and they stay with our parents for a week. And they do all like 4-hour block camps for 5 days out of the week. So it's a little more pricey as far as that goes, but really it's pretty interesting. The kids have a ball with that too. So yeah, it's definitely a fun one. Looking towards our future here, bright and busy, I like to put it. We're getting involved with the Little League program, the Manistee County Little League. They're looking to kind of transfer over some of the duties to the MRA, and I'm willing to take that on. This year, I've kind of been involved with them in an assistant capacity. They're really down on their numbers this year. In fact, they didn't have a minors baseball program or softball for the first time in as long as they can remember. So we don't really know why. But one thing we're finding is that we offer, the MRA currently does a machine pitch baseball league while they do a minors baseball and softball for the same age groups. Those were conflicting, I think, a little bit, but last year we had 5 teams in ours and they had at least 5 in theirs, so I don't know where all these kids are going. But we have 7 in our league this year, so we're kind of growing. But either way, we're looking to take that over next year and kind of revamp the age groups and kind of funnel it all into one big program. So busy June and May for me, but definitely could be better for our kids. We also started a 3- and 4-year-old soccer program this year, which is hilarious. It's a ton of fun to go watch, believe it or not. Herding cats, one of the parents said. It's like herding cats. Yeah, I know, it's funny. The main reason that I'm here tonight is to ask for another appropriation from the township for another year. Kind of outlining the request on the sheet that you have in front of you there. For 2016, Manistee Township had 122 residents that participated in 223 activity registrations. So it's down a little bit from 2015. It's down about 11 people and 26 registrations. So kind of a fluctuation there a little bit. Not sure exactly why, but I definitely see that not becoming a continuing trend. We offer the scholarships, which is any family that's in financial need can come to the office and fill out a form confidentially listing their financial situation for the month. And if they qualify based on the state of Michigan guidelines, we will waive their fees to participate in our programs. That goes for anyone that wants to participate. Residents in Manistee Township requested 7 scholarships totaling $250 last year. In total, we provided 71 scholarships for $2,515. So and that was actually down a little bit too. We've gone upwards of over 3,000 for these scholarships, and there's really no cap to it. I know people ask a lot too. There's really no cap. We're never going to turn anybody away just because we've given out too many scholarships. So if they need it, they will get it. We want to make sure that's not a barrier to them participating with us. So, I've kind of outlined the formula of how we come about our appropriation requests a little bit. I know in the previous years we haven't put that on the form, so I'm hoping this kind of helps to clear things up a little bit. We take our total registrations, we multiply it by our 2016 program fee, and the 2016 program fee is the total registrations for the year divided by our total expense. So that's where we come out to $68.89. Total there is $15,362. We ask that the townships take that figure and multiply it by 0.5 and 0.55, sorry. And then we ask for a range in between there for an appropriation request. So at the minimum, in order to stay current for the township, we ask that you contribute an amount between $7,681.24 and $8,449.36. Now, last year's contribution was $10,000, and based on the participation, that's kind of how this works. The more people that participate, the more we ask, the least we ask. So, feel free to contribute should you like to match your previous request. But that is the way the numbers fell out, just a little less than it was the previous year. Other than that, do you have any questions?
How much money did you charge the students or the athlete?
For an average MRA program, it's $30. If you are a non-participating township, which means their township does not contribute funds to us, the rate goes up to $72.
Wow.
Yeah, which I think originally when they established this formula long before I was here, I think that $72 was the actual program fee for that year, which is where like that $68. Usually it's between, like I think last year it was 71. So just kind of back and forth goes right there. So that's where that number comes from. But due to the township stepping up and contributing to us, they get a reduced rate for their residents. That's how that works. So
10 grand last year?
Pardon me?
$10,000 last year was donated?
yep.
That was a donation?
Yeah, I mean it's an appropriation from the township for their residents. It's essentially charged for services.
We've done that, maybe not $10,000, but we've donated to the MRA for many, many years.
Well, that's a good thing. It's a good organization.
I think 10's the last 3 years, I think it was actually, for sure. I think we had a 2-year contract when I first got here. Then the next year, I think we did 10 again last year. So I think it was something.
I don't
I can
mind
look.
donating too.
3 years, but the last 3 have been 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's just the way the numbers fell this year for our request. But again, this is not something that needs to be approved today either. I wanted to
No, it's something that we'll work on in the
Yep.
budget.
Gives you a month or two.
We will let you know when our budget goes from June 30th or July 1st.
July 1st. Yep.
It's the same thing as the.
So we should know.
Yeah.
We should know next month.
Okay, perfect, yep. My contact info is on the bottom of that sheet, and along with that, there's a blank contract that's sitting there, and then a list of participants from Manistee Township underneath that as well. So,
Very good.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Ken.
Enjoy your evening. Get out and do something still. It's beautiful out there. Have a good night.
You're not stuck around.
No, back to work actually. So, have a
We
good
need
night.
to appoint 2 persons to the planning commission, those people being, I contacted Dwayne Anderson, and I contacted Ron Zelinski. Their terms have expired. They both agreed to stay on the planning commission. I would entertain a motion to appoint Dwayne Anderson to the planning commission for a 2-year term.
I will make or support the motion to appoint Dwayne Anderson to the planning commission.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and supported that Dwayne Anderson be asked to serve on the planning commission for a 3-year term expiring in the year 2020. I would entertain a motion to appoint John Zelinski to the planning commission.
What about Dan Urson?
You want to vote on that first motion?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Before you go to the second one, please?
Good thing you're here. All in favor, Dwayne Anderson?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Carried. Now, I would like to entertain a motion for John Zelinski for a 3-year term.
I'll make a motion to appoint John Zelinski to the planning commission for a 3-year term.
Is there support?
Support.
Been moved, supported that John Zelinski be asked to serve on the planning commission for a 3-year term expiring in the year 2020. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. None opposed? Carried?
Is the discussion only between you folks?
Yeah.
So we can't get Dan or some in there?
You can, he needs to apply.
He needs to apply.
No, I just got back from Florida, so I don't know what I'm talking about it, but
I can give you an application or get it off the website.
Yeah.
we'll get to...
Or he can get it, he's here as much as you are.
No, he's not here today, I thought he would be.
We need to appoint 2 people to the zoning board of appeals. I've contacted Ernie Hornko, who's currently serving on the board of appeals, and I contacted Todd Mallison. They both are interested in retaining their position on the board of appeals. I would entertain a motion to appoint Ernie Hornko to a 3-year term to the zoning board of appeals.
I make a motion to have Ernie Hornko on the board of appeals.
There's moved and supported that Ernie Hornko be asked to serve on the, or be appointed to the zoning board of appeals, expiring in 2020. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? I've contacted Todd Mallison. Todd is currently an alternate, but he serves on the zoning board of appeals and would entertain a motion to appoint Todd Mallison to the zoning board of appeals for a 3-year term expiring 2020.
I'll make a motion to appoint Todd Mallison to the zoning board of appeals for a 3-year term.
Is there a second?
I second that.
It's been moved, supported that Todd Mallison be appointed to the zoning board of appeals for a 3-year term expiring 2020. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Carried. Thank you very much. Item number 4 is the election equipment grant application. I'm not very well versed on this. Diane, if you could please touch on this, please.
In order to apply for a grant for the new election equipment, which is mandatory, this grant needs to be approved by the board before I can, of course, apply for it to get the monies to purchase the new equipment. Dominion has been selected as our supplier for the county. And the proposal that you have is for county-wide. And it is my understanding from the county clerk at this point in time that by applying for this grant, 100% of our costs will be covered for one machine, one voting tabulator and box, and one accessible ballot marking device, which would be the equivalent of what we call our handicap machine currently. Those 2 items would be available to us with the appropriate programming and such, and maintenance for the next 5 years at $0 to the state or to the township if we apply through this grant process. We will have a cost of $60 when we purchase the new equipment, and that is so that we can transmit the results on election night. The grant at this point in time is not sufficient to pay for both voting machines that we currently have. The state is not going to cover the second machine based on what we're being told so far.
But they told us we have to have it.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, we don't have to have it. Instead of having 2 machines, what we have to do is we have to take all of our AV ballots and we have to run them through one machine on the floor during the election day, instead of having a separate AV counting board. If we want to purchase an additional machine, we can purchase a second machine at a cost of $5,390. But that's not a decision we have to make today. The other option we have is if we want to purchase a high-speed machine, we can utilize this grant, these grant monies, I should say, and we can, instead of getting a $5,000 tabulator, we can get a $13,000 tabulator, and the township can pay the $7,000 difference along with the grant. We'll turn in all of our old equipment and we'll get one machine back, but it'll be a high-speed machine.
This is Manistee Township.
I understand that. I'm not necessarily recommending it.
Right, okay.
But I did try in this summary to give you the options of what those various costs might be. Right now, we will be trading in 2 machines, 1 marking machine, so a total of 3, to get 2. That's what this grant application is going to do for us. So we're still going to be short a machine when we get done.
But the machines you have now work perfectly fine?
I wouldn't go so far as to say they work perfectly fine. They're getting tired. There's no question of that. They need to have new batteries. Those batteries come in the hundreds of dollars. They're not like going to the store and getting one. We have not replaced them, nor do we intend to, unless we have to use them for another election. But right now, the goal is we'll get these new machines in time for a November election this year, if we have an election.
Is this mandated by the state?
Yes?
That's
We
to
don't
answer
have
your
a
question.
choice.
We have to do it.
We don't have a
Answers the
choice.
question if the federal government gives the states a loan.
Yeah.
The federal government controls everything through schools and whatnot.
But before we can get any machines, and before we can have the state cover any cost for us, we need this resolution drafted by the county clerk in order to even apply for the grant. It takes the board's blessing in order to apply.
Is this a grant just for us, or is this to write along with the county?
This is just the grant for our township, for our share.
But I mean, it's gonna be like a group resolution.
Yes,
that goes-
every township has the same resolution. We're changing the names,
Yeah,
whether it's 2017 or 18, but that's it. We all have the same one.
And of course, that's every county as well, that's not just Manistee.
Oh, heavens no.
So
There were
it's
3,
statewide
every
issue.
county in the state is
Yeah.
purchasing, if you will,
Right.
or applying for grants
Right.
to acquire new election equipment. And the only difference is not all counties are using the same vendor. There were 3 vendors that were approved. Manistee County chose Dominion. Dominion is a new name to us, but it is the same people servicing our machines. Our company has merged with Dominion to go to the higher speed, different machines, and so we're going to be working with the same people. We're going to be working with a local Michigan company. Both of the other companies are from out of state, with promises of moving to offices in-state, but both of them downstate, and offering 24/7 telephone service, but that is out of state, not in-state.
So as we are here this evening, we want the resolution.
We do.
Okay.
Then we need to
That
work on
lets
the
us
dollars
go-
after, during.
Right,
And how many
I'm not
machines you
asking for
want.
how many machines we might have. I don't even have a comfortable recommendation at this point in time. Right now, the key is to get at least 1 machine and get our marking machine, get the grant applied for, have the equipment come on schedule with the rest of the county. That's the goal. If we decide we want a second machine again, which ultimately I think we do, but if we were to order it right now, we're only going to save $57. You know, we can look at the whole budget next month and say, okay, what do we really want to do? And how do we want to do it?
Good idea.
But the grant we do need in order to go forward and keep the county on the right schedule.
I know that you and Karen and maybe Judy have been to several schools, several demonstrations, several, whatever it takes to decide what you want here. It's not like you pick something out of a catalog.
No, we all went to presentations and they were all very good, all very informative. And actually, we were fortunate enough that all three of us came back in agreement. Absolutely no question. The machines that we're getting, this is what we wanted.
Yeah.
But we only had one vote as one township in the county. And that's what it came down to. So each township has the opportunity to vote for the vendor of their choice. And I'm assuming the majority ruled because that's what we have.
Well, you've certainly done your research, I can tell the public that. You ladies have done a lot of footwork to come up with what you want.
But it's gonna make it a lot easier than the balance.
The new equipment?
Yes.
Well, it's going to be a learning curve for our voters. Hopefully it will make it easier, yes.
We're Polish, we'll get through it.
We always get through it.
I was able to figure it out.
Any further discussion? If not, I would entertain a motion to accept or to pass Manistee Township Board Resolution 2017-02.
I make that motion?
And I'll support it.
It's been moved, supported that Manistee Township Board Resolution 2017-02 passed, forward, accepted, how do you?
Adopted.
Okay, it takes a roll call vote. That was all accept, I'm sorry, all accepted?
Yeah, we didn't get that far.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just ahead of myself here.
No, we just got Connie moved and John supported. Any further discussion? You call the roll, please.
Mr. Flanow,
Yes.
Mr. Dons,
Yes.
Ms. Jankowitz,
Yes.
Ms. Taylor is yes. Mr. Berquist.
Yes.
Where's Jeff?
Hmm?
John's brother.
Well,
Isn't he supposed to be here?
The resolution's adopted.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for all your efforts in making sure we get the right stuff. All three of you. This Saturday's trash day. We're gonna come and empty the leaf and grass dumpster. I asked them not to because it'd be full of junk. So that's why the leaf and grass dumpster is so full.
That's why I'm getting calls on it.
Sorry, but that's, if we empty it, it'll be full Saturday morning.
Strategic, right?
Well, it could
You think
be,
it won't be full anyway?
it's full right now. But trash day is here Saturday morning from 8:30, is it?
8:30 to 12:30.
8:30 to 12:30, over by the fire station. Anything else that needs to be attended to? Well, ongoing renovations in this building. The roof is being replaced right now. The siding will begin next week, I believe. The roof is just in time because we're replacing sheeting as well as the roof, as well as the shingle. Anything else?
The post, that needs the post. So-
Isn't it there?
No, not that I see. Did I miss it?
Well, Biggie, I knew you were coming, buddy.
All right.
On April 17th, I emailed Mr. Solden up at the County Road Commission And he emailed me back that he contacted his sign person and that he had
Public access post.
yeah, like you said, he had some that they took from the, up in, come on? Yeah, and he said he had one and he was given a copy of the plat map and where it was to be posted, that was on April 17th, but it's not there?
I haven't seen it. I know the birdhouse is there, that the pastor was there before. He pulled out the post, the original public access post, which is on the other side of both fences that were put in by Miss, what's her name?
Yeah, she's not there anymore, is she?
I heard she sold it to Knapp, the neighbor, but I'm not
But I
sure.
was, as soon as the sun was shining, I thought, you know, you're gonna be back here pretty soon, so.
That's right, it's 52 feet 6 inches.
I know.
And I know right where it goes because the pastor took that post out, and he shouldn't have. That was put in by the county. But he said a birdhouse would look nicer.
I'll contact him.
You can put the birdhouse on.
So they put it in. So I'll go over there.
No, he said that he gave the information to his personnel, and that they gave him a flat map in a post and told him
To go do it.
to go do it, but now you say it's not done. April 17th,
Is the one they said they did it?
that's when he emailed me and told me that he gave the information to us.
I'll check it and make sure that it's there, and if it is, you know.
We'll never see you again.
Well, I wouldn't count on that, you know, Lake Havasu. I go to Lake Havasu now, John. It's too cold out there, I don't know what to do.
We've received a copy of the bills for May. What's your wishes?
Make a motion to allow the bills paid as presented and any incoming bills as well.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved, supported that to approve the bills for May as they're received. All in favor? Aye. No opposed? Carried. Manistee County MTA meeting will be Wednesday, May 22nd. I believe that's the dinner meeting, isn't it?
It is.
That's at the Bear Lake United Methodist Church. And I think there's going to be two topics of discussion, one being countywide zoning and the other being countywide, or private, how am I saying this guy? Private contractor building inspectors?
Oh, local,
Yeah.
local enforcement of the construction codes.
I think those two items are on the agenda.
County or township?
Well, I don't know.
Depends on how many
He's
people
telling us.
participate.
They would like our town.
Maybe I should go to that meeting.
Go.
I won't be here.
I'll be here.
You'll be
Linda
there?
won't, so just
Just
be
you.
me.
Okay.
The planning commission meets Thursday, June 1st.
Good.
Far Lake Improvement Board meets Monday, June 5th.
Is that their first meeting this year?
Second.
When was their first one?
April something, 17th.
And did they decide to dump more chemicals into the lake?
Dan, is your residency?
They're gonna do
here?
that based on the survey, and the survey hasn't taken place yet.
I'm not a riparian, John, I don't know this stuff. So they,
They hadn't made a
because the water's
decision.
still flowing out the lake.
The water's too cold to do a survey, so the weeds aren't growing. So, till the weeds start to grow, they can't do a survey to see if there's any invasives left, so.
Hopefully we can get rid of them. And you know the native species of the reptile of the state of Michigan, correct? John?
I don't.
Danny?
I was absent that day at school.
You were.
Mississauga rattler,
It's the painted turtle, and
the painted turtle.
I'm not seeing many of them around. I'm wondering what these chemicals are doing to them.
Yeah, killing them.
We had tons of them before.
Manistee Zoning Board of Appeals, if there is one, will be Tuesday, June 6th, here at the hall. The next regular meeting of Manistee Township Board will be Thursday, June 8th, here at the hall. Any other comment? Not a motion in order?
Make a motion to adjourn.
For a second,
With the painted turtle.
move support.